Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry for the sunlight behind me. It's almost sunset time and I'm late recording my video. So this video is about bone folders, and I hope you have seen my previous videos too. If not done, just go ahead and check them, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to our channel, as we are posting videos every Tuesday and Saturday, and these videos might be quite helpful for you guys. If you are new to crafting, or if you're stuck somewhere, these might help a lot. So go ahead and subscribe to our channel, and without wasting any time, I'll just grab my bone folders. I have them right here, so I have quite a few, and let me just lay them down. Earlier when I started, I had no idea what a bone folder was. I was not aware about the term bone folder, and what I did was I used a ballpoint pen, empty ballpoint pen, and I used my ruler to make the scoring lines. That worked quite well for me because it is a ballpoint pen. Then again, it can give you a fine scoring line, but sometimes I face the issue like cracking of papers and tearing apart if my pen pierced through the paper or things like that. So then I bought my VR Memory Keeper score and trim and scoreboard, and it has this kind of bone folder inside it. So this is how I came across with the term bone folder, and I lost mine after some time. Then I bought my Martha Stewart scoreboard, and it has another Teflon bone folder, and I lost that one too. And this is the thing that I lose the most, and I would have a line of bone folders right over here. So okay, so this was the bone folder that I first used after a ballpoint pen, and again it worked quite really well for me. And I've shown you the scoring in all how to do the scoring and things. And what the scoring does is that it breaks the fiber of your cardstock, and it is easy to fold, and hence you can avoid cracks if the fiber is intact and you fold it without a score line. Then there might be cracks on the paper. So bone folder is a must for that. I have this. Then after that, I came across I went to a local store in Delhi, and I found this one. Look at this. So it is a ball tool, and it is a 5-in-1 ball tool. You can just open it up, and there are 5 kind of balls: a flat one, then a big one, then the normally I use is this one. So it has these kind of balls inside it. It is great for flower making, but what I feel is it is best for scoring, because again it is a metal tip. It won't it will remain the same for years and years, and it will give you a nice and crisp score line. Unlike these, there might the edges might get blunt after some time, and you won't be able to get a proper score line after that. So this works fine. I also invested in a Kaisercraft stylus, and I'll just put an image on the top so you can see that. That one I bought from Crafters Corner, and as always I lost it. So again, that was an amazing tool, and you can go for any kind of ball tools available in the market, and there are some local ones, some Chinese one, and you can go for that as long as they serve the purpose. So it is okay to use any kind of ball tool. After that, I bought this one. This is a Martha Stewart Teflon bone folder, and it has 2 points, this one and this one. Again, it is a Teflon one, very sturdy, very nice. And what I faced an issue that the tip broke off, if you can see. Okay, so the tip broke off, and I'm unable to score from this end. but I use this one end, and it is great for burnishing as well. Then I bought this one, and this is a wooden bone folder. Do not ignore the dirtiness of this. It is a wooden bone folder, and I bought this one from Ashmita Roy. Again, I didn't feel that it is quite handy to go ahead and burnish my stuff, so I don't use it that much. It is just kept in my stash. I don't use this one that much, so I'll just keep it aside. Then Dress My Craft launched a variety of bone folders, and this is one of them. It has 2 points, a pointed one and a flat side. It is a tapered one. Okay, so again, perfect for burnishing, very handy, very comfortable. But for scoring, what I feel is the edge wears off. The edge wears off after some time, and then you do not get crisp edges. Like this one, you can see it's rounded one, but when it came, it was a perfect square on the top. It had perfect corners, but as much as I used it, the edges become rounded, so you cannot get a perfect score line with it. Again, Dress My Craft also have a pen kind of scoring tool. You can go for that if you do not want to invest into a metal one, or if you do not want to have or specifically if you want to have a Teflon one, you can go for that one. And other varieties are also available in these various sizes, various designs, and perfect for burnishing, and they do not leave any shiny marks on the paper, so that is the best point. Like if I am burnishing with this one, it leaves some kind of shiny marks, and this one this one as well, it leaves some kind of shiny marks on the paper, but that is not the case in this one. So again, if you're burnishing, this one is perfect, but these gives a bit of shiny mark. Now coming to the tip of the bone folder. Okay, so what I suggest is what tip of bone folder you should use depends upon the cardstock you are using. If you are using a heavyweight cardstock or a heavy cardstock of more GSM, you can work with a broader tool or a pointed one, and they both works well. But if you are using a thinner cardstock or the cardstock with lesser GSM, then if you are using a pointed tool, it will tear off the paper. It will pass through the paper, and you won't it will just damage the whole thing. So it is better to have a broader tip if you are working with thin cardstocks or cardstocks with lesser GSM. So again, this is the way you can differentiate between which bone folder you should go for. But I suggest that this one is perfect because it has a number of tips, and you can change them whenever you want. Again, the other thing is that I'll just rotate my camera and show you how it tears apart the paper and that stuff practically, so you can get a rough idea. And just let me rotate my camera. So guys, I have my scoreboard with me, and I have a white cardstock. And so the difference is that if you are using this metallic ball tool onto a white cardstock, it might give you some grayness on this score line. But if you are using a white or a Teflon one, it will be a cleaner one. It will be more white as compared to this one. You might not be able to see the difference in the camera, but it is quite obvious to me when I'm working with it. So there is actually some difference. So again, it was a thick cardstock, so the pointed edge of the bone folder did not pass through the cardstock, and you have a crisp, nice scoring line. But if it was a thinner cardstock, and let me grab one. So this is the black cardstock, and if it is a thinner cardstock, this bone folder will pass through the cardstock and it will ruin it. It will tear off very easily. Look at this. But again, this side of this one is quite broad enough to give you a proper score line as compared to this one. Or again, you can use a ball tool in this case, and again it will give you a very crisp and super strong scoring line. It won't tear off very easily. So guys, bone folder plays quite an important role in deciding the finishing of your product. So if you have not invested into one, you should go ahead and invest into one. And if you are just working as a hobby kind of thing and you don't want to invest into tools, you can always use a ballpoint pen, an empty ballpoint pen, and that will work fine for you. But again, if you have tools and you are planning to do it for quite some time, then I suggest you should invest in a nice bone folder. And I will be sharing that image of the Dress My Craft bone folder on top, and link for that also in the description box below, so you can decide whichever you want and which one works for you. Apart from these, I have two local ones also, and they are at my studio right now. I don't use them very much because I don't feel that they give a proper crisp scoring line, and plus they are not very handy to use. I don't feel comfortable while working with them, but these four are just very handy and I'm very comfortable working with them. So these are the four tools that I normally keep handy whenever I have to go somewhere. I always carry 2 or 3 bone folders because yes, I lose them all the time. So this was all about the bone folders, and let me rotate my camera. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and it was quite informational for you, and I will see you soon on Tuesday with another video. And I will be linking down all the products in the description box below, so you can go ahead and check where to buy which product from, and it will get quite easy for you. So I will see you soon on Tuesday, and till then have a great time and bye.